Trust me.
Hi. What's going on? You don't look very happy. Go to Kelly's at 6 p.m. Everyone will be there. It's cryptic.
It came in my private email account, but almost no one has that address. Did you put these under my door?
Zander, why would Nikolas do that?
Obviously, somebody wants our attention.
Yeah, who?
Who is it that we all have in common?
I want to commend you on your excellent work, Mr. Lansing. As you just rendered my sister obsolete.
Hey, Steve-O! Looks like I pulled your butt out of the fire again, my man. Another 5 seconds, you'd be a dead man.
What leads you to that conclusion?
Oh, I don't know. The sniper I just ran off who had a gun aimed at your head.
I imagine the gunman works for Lorenzo Alcazar.
You make all the wrong enemies, don't you?
Well, I appreciate your intervention, and I will pay handsomely for additional services.
Now, what do you need?
I need new identification. I want you to kill Alcazar.
You know, setting you up with a check to frame Ashton's one thing. I mean, guys like him don't use guns to retaliate.
Are you refusing my offer?
I don't do murder.
Well, let's not haggle. Name your price.
It's not about bread, Steve-O. I mean, even I know. I mean, you mess with a cat like Alcazar, you're pretty much committing suicide. So, I mean, if I were you, I'd slide on out of town while I still had lungs.
Howdy, friends. Welcome to the main event. Help yourselves to cheap champagne and faux fondue. Say hey to your friends and neighbors and fellow Portchucklians. And then relax, kick back, stick around. Because tonight, we're serving up justice in heaping helpings.
The last time we were all together was at Windermere the night the singer died.
I think this has something to do with Stefan.
Hello.
Is everyone ready?
You obviously have a plan. Why don't you just fill us in?
You'll know soon enough.
Transportation's on the way.
You really think that we're all going to get into a car?
That is exactly what I expect you to do.
Don't worry. It's a nice ride.
Who was it?
He didn't say, but he obviously has a plan, and he thinks that we're all going to go along with it.
Did you recognize the voice?
He disguised it. Badly. I don't think we're in any danger.
Okay, we're not taking any chances, Emily. We're taking your two parents. You're going to stay there for a
No,
while.
if this is about Stefan, it's happening because of me.
Zander's right. It's too big of a risk. You shouldn't.
For all of us. Let's call the cops already.
No. Look, someone's dead because I asked Nikolas to help me while I was sick. If Stefan's responsible, I want to confront him.
Emily, I understand that you want to see my uncle brought to justice, but given everything
But
that's...
Cassadine stick together, right?
He hurt Emily. I won't forgive that.
All right, then it's settled. I'm doing this.
So am I.
Do we even know where we're supposed to go?
He said that transportation would be provided.
As in a shuttle? I'm not getting on some sweaty bus.
How does everyone feel about a hearse?
Definitely expected.
What is this?
It's arranged like a courtroom.
There's black ribbon. Do you think it's for summer?
Could be, but what I'm trying to figure out is where's Lucky? Summer was important to him.
Well, he wasn't home when I left his place, and the only invitation left under the door was for me.
What were you doing at Lucky's?
I live there now.
You're unbelievable, Lydia.
I'm sorry. Does every man in town belong to you?
Lydia, why would you want to live in Lucky's room above a diner?
Well, I had to go somewhere after you decided to end our marriage against my will. Without the inheritance, five-star hotels are out of my price range.
I didn't ask you to leave Windermere.
Why would I stay where I'm not wanted?
All right, you guys, living arrangements aside, perhaps Lucky isn't here, because Lucky is a police officer now, and if something illegal happened, it would have to be stopped. And I don't think our host is that thrilled with his son trading places.
Howdy,
So did you.
friends.
The hearse was over the top.
To the main event. Help yourselves to cheap champagne and faux fondue. Say hey to your friends and neighbors and fellow Portchucklians. And then relax, kick back, stick around. Because tonight, we're serving up justice in heaping helpings. Now, feel free to sit anywhere you like, except, of course, the chair draped in black, which is in memory of my son, the traitor, who ain't invited.
I've had enough.
I figure by now, Natasha is headed for the door. Alexis! Stop right there, honey. You ain't going anywhere. Not while I still need you.
Did someone just lock the door?
It's magic time, people! Get ready, because the ride's about to begin. Our guest of honor is on his way.
So it's done. Excellent.
Nice indeed. Fake ID should get you out of the country with no problem. So you know where you're headed yet?
Of course. But I won't be sharing that information with you.
Doesn't much matter, Steve-O. There's no hole deep enough for you to hide from Alcazar.
Thanks for the advice.
Changing plans.
Anything?
No, all the windows are boarded up.
I couldn't find anything strong enough to break through.
So we really are stuck?
Thank you all for coming. As you can see, the guest of honor has arrived. Right this way. Please, gentlemen, sit down. Sit down, please. Here you go, right in the dock, sir. Up, up,
I don't think there's any point in me trying to talk you out of this, is there?
Oh, Natasha, you better than anyone know that everyone deserves their day in court. And this is yours, Stefan Cassidy. The charge is murder 1. Something tells me you're guilty as sin.